Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
Thinking, how is this going to affect Robyn?
All right, so what do y'all want me to do? Get mad at him and scream and throw a shoe at him? Oh my God, I can't believe you went to the nail salon with Brianna. Oh my God, how could you do that?
Yo, everybody, what is up? Welcome. And you guys, I'm very excited today because my favorite Real Housewives are back. I like all the housewife shows, but Potomac is by far, in this moment, my favorite housewife show. I mean, even more so than Atlanta. I feel like Potomac, they took the throne from Atlanta a few years ago, and I was very excited for this season to come back. Okay, so let's get started. So the season begins with a retell of events about Robyn and Juan. I mean, how could they not, right? Not only about the revelation that we heard about last season, like towards the end of last season about him being at a hotel in Canada, but they're also focusing on these recent moments in which Juan has been caught with other women at dry cleaners, nail salon. I actually loved how they did the intro. They edited as if it were some sort of documentary, the intense music and everyone's take. Well, actually, it was Gizelle, Robyn, and Ashley talking about the situation, and I think they did that on purpose because they are the three originals that we have besides Robyn. But then we switched to the actual first scene, which is Robyn at home going over wedding pictures, and Juan comes in. Listen, now that Juan doesn't have a job, I know damn well he's going to be showing himself this season, and they're looking at the pictures together. They actually just came back from a family trip. They talk about the hotel girl with the receipt. They say that they're moving forward. It's in the past, but Robyn is shocked, I tell you, about the backlash that she's been getting from everyone since she revealed it on the podcast. I was like, really, Robyn? What? How you been smoking to think that people weren't going to react? She's also upset that Candice and Karen are coming for her. She tells Juan they think our relationship is fake. Of course, Juan is still claiming that he didn't do anything with the girl in the hotel, and this is weird. Robyn says that she finds it weird that he didn't hook up with her, and he says, well, have you seen how she looks? And I was like, damn. But he claims that he's just too nice, and that's why he gets wrapped up in these situations. Robyn says that Juan wouldn't make up something so stupid, so she believes him. As far as the laundry and the nail ladies, Juan says that they are beautiful women, but they're just his friends. I think some coaches that he has worked with. They also touch on his job. He's upset that he lost it, but they want to point out that he didn't lose his job due to the allegations made against the coaches. Listen, y'all, this was the biggest, fakest damage control scene I've ever seen in my life. Then we move on to the big three hanging out, the dream team. Karen, the Grand Dame, Candice, and Wendy. Now, Wendy came in claiming that she carries a rosary everywhere she goes and that she's given up alcohol for Lent. Karen wants to know what is going on with everyone because the reunion was extreme, to put it lightly. It was a lot. The elephant in the room is Robyn, because let's not forget, Candice and Karen were the biggest targets of last year, and Robyn and Gizelle, were quiet as mouses about that situation. One of the things that the women find ridiculous was when Robyn said on Watch What Happens Live that, well, I was waiting for Karen to bring it up. Now, why would a Karen bring that up? Gizelle and Robyn were definitely deflecting and projecting that entire season. They think that at this point, the cover-up is worse than the crime. Like, just say that you guys have an arrangement, that y'all have an open marriage. Like, stop denying it. We then see Ashley and her boys. She is now in her $2 million home that she owns, and she is very happy. It's a very nice house. Now, we know Ashley's always going to be fine. She has kids with Michael Darby. And then she FaceTimes Gizelle, and it wouldn't be Gizelle without being nosy, so she asks about this trip to the Bahamas that Ashley just took with Michael. She says that they just went as friends. But Gizelle says, are y'all divorced? Now, we all know damn well that Ashley's not divorced, and I don't think she ever will be. Then Gizelle invites her to her house for something that she's going to do for Robyn, so that's going to be interesting. But tell me why Gizelle want to talk about, oh, she's worried about Robyn's mental health. All I was thinking was, Lord, if this was, instead of it being Robyn, had it been Wendy who had done all this, we know it would be the diametrical opposite. And oh my goodness, speaking of Gizelle, we are forced to watch her in the next scene with her Jason guy, who's 16 years younger than her. This was the cringiest thing I've ever seen. She was making all sort of sexual jokes, and you could tell that he was dying inside. I'm sure he was so uncomfortable, but they're cooking. He lives in New York, and child, this is a transactional relationship. I think this is a, you know what, let's date, we'll have storylines for our shows, and we might hook up every once in a while. And one thing about Gizelle that is going on with her, though, is that her oldest daughter is leaving for college, so that's pretty big. But they're cooking, and Giselle's daughter comes over. The food looked good, I guess. But tell me why. All I was thinking when I was seeing this scene was how Monique said, well, will you bring a different man to the reunion every year, sitting like a fraud, and your kids ain't even happy about it. But I think we can all agree that the one thing Gizelle has done right is raise those young women. Then we see Mia and Gordon. Cha. Well, first of all, we all know that she kind of got the Erica Jane treatment, going from a big house, having to downgrade like twice the size. There was an issue with Gordon in the company with his brothers. Now, they're claiming that they still don't know why they were kicked out of the company, but I think that's a lie. They're trying to save face. Like, how do you not know why you were kicked out? That's ridiculous. But I do feel bad for them. I don't like them. I think they are crooks, but to lose practically everything in such a quick moment, I do feel bad. But it is interesting seeing this since they're not together as we speak. Mia says that there's going to be some lifestyle changes that she's going to do, because I think she's still talking about her health, and she is saying that she isn't going to drink. She also says that she wants to check up on Karen, because let's not forget, Mia participated in the Karen rumors last season, so it's going to be interesting to see her trying to rekindle this friendship. So then we see Candice and Chris. Poor Candice was talking about, last year was so hard, and all I was thinking was poor Candice had no idea what was about to come. It was going to be worse. But here in this picnic, they're talking about her singing career. She's been having a great time on tour, but here's the thing, when you're not a huge artist like that, you have to put a lot of your own money into the production. So she's been spending a lot. I think she spent somewhere around 6 figures and didn't see a profit, but it was nice seeing them together. They make a great team. I've always said that. Candice also says that she still doesn't understand Robyn, like, to go along with the lies about Chris, and while she had not even a skeleton, she had the whole cemetery in her closet. So she's seeing Robyn with a side eye, because Robyn didn't necessarily go as hard on Chris as Gizelle did, but she's now wondering, was that intentional? Was that because she didn't want her stuff to be put out there? So that's what we saw. And then moving along to the last scene, it's Giselle's little get-together with Charrisse. Charrisse is back. They keep throwing her in here, forcing us to watch her. But let me say something nice about Charrisse. She looked a little bit better. Because last season she set the bar so low, her looks were tragic, but she looked a little bit better here. Ashley was there too. And what this was, it was in Giselle's house. It was sort of an intervention for Robyn. When Robyn comes down, they sit her down. Now, she didn't know what this was about, but they talked to her about the latest outings that Juan has been caught in. And they say that they are mad for her because it's making her have to defend herself, constantly. They are not too hung up about the Canada situation with the hotel room. They're kind of over that. But it's mostly the laundromat and the nail salon situations because the optics are horrible. And Robyn says, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to throw a shoe at him? Do you want me to be mad? But what they want her to understand is that she looks stupid. She looks like an idiot. She says, well, I'm not going to tell him to change after he's been doing this for, like he's been doing it. Why would I tell him to change now? But she claims that her joy has been stolen and all these things being put out there. But for the first time in her life, Gizelle says something right. She says, it's Juan's fault. He's the one that's behind everything. Like, he's the one that has been causing all this. He was at the hotel. He was at the laundry place. He was at the nail salon. But Robyn wants to blame us, the public, and the other girls. She says that the world is coming and wanting to pile these things onto her, and they want her to be unsuccessful, and they want to ruin her relationship. But even Charrisse jumps in and gets emotional and says she's hurting for Robyn because she sees a lot of what she went through in this Robyn situation. I did feel bad for Charrisse. I do think it was a real moment because she started crying. And Ashley, well, she can relate 100% about these, things being put out in the blogs. Look, I'm going to be honest, knowing how low down and dirty these women are, I wouldn't be surprised if they got together before this scene and said, look, Robyn, we have to pretend to come for you and pretend to hold you accountable, but it's all for the show. But you know what? Nevertheless, fake or not, I thought it was a really good sit down that they had. I thought it was necessary, because Gizelle even goes as far to say that she doesn't think there's anything Juan would do that would make her leave him. It's like she has, there's a saying in Spanish, I don't really know the exact translation, but what it basically is saying is that there's no greater blind person than that who doesn't want to see, what's in front of them. So I think that's what Robyn is going through. She's taking no accountability, and it actually is kind of sad to see her reaction, and like I said, the three women, Jazelle, Ashley, and Charrisse, can relate to having men who have done them dirty. So I think that's what they're trying to, put onto her, but she doesn't want to listen. They tell her that at the end of the day, they still want her to know that they are there for her. Listen, and that was the end of the episode. This episode was all right. Like I said, I love Potomac so much that I could literally just see the most boring scene, and I'm satisfied because that's how much I love the show. But as far as this episode, you guys, let me know what your thoughts were on seeing the ladies back. What are your thoughts on the Robyn situation, and what do you think about this intervention that the girls had with her? Do you think it was real, or do you think it was planned? Let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.